get better at FC25. Now, before you skip ahead, what if I told you if you don't get better after 1 month, I'll refund your money? That's the Nil Guys guarantee. We got in-depth tutorials that are not even on the YouTube channel. We show you the theory of something and we show you gameplay examples in a structured format. We also go over real-life football examples that apply to the game and exclusive pro gameplay analysis, full gameplay analysis to elevate your game. We teach you everything from the basics to the meta. Come join at patreon.com/Nil Guys. Links down below in the description. If you don't get better after 1 month, we'll refund your money. That's the Nil Guys guarantee. Links down below in the description. Okay, what's going on, boys? We're going to go over the updated controller settings, especially if you're new to FC25, you got it for this Christmas, or if you just want to see what I've changed, what I've updated. Let's go through this. So I've already explained what each thing does. I'm not going to go over what each thing does. I got a main video on that when I came out in September. But basically, look, shot assistance, I still believe precision is very favorable and very, very good if you know how to use it. I think the problem is the mass majority of casuals don't know how to use it and they panic a lot. Now, in my opinion, this is an elite feature. I think when you're elite level, you should implement it. Now, I know someone's going to say to me, oh, but I'm in Division 4 and I can use it. That's fine and dandy. I know you may be that Division 4 player, but everyone else will struggle with precision shooting. It makes your shots much better. If you can green time your shots, it's basically unstoppable because the ball moves faster when you take a shot and its green time is more accurate and it's precise to your left analog stick, not to the game when it's unassisted. So if you like to abuse finesse shots and you tried precision shooting, then just keep on assisted. You don't need to use it. You're not a professional player. If you like precision shooting and you're good using it outside the box, then I would suggest learning it. But I would say only if you don't panic inside the box. Otherwise, I think it will cost you more in the long run and you will end up losing more games. So if you're new to the game, all you like to do is finesse shots outside the box, keep it unassisted. Time finishing should be absolutely on. Ignore that fact that it says square. But yes, of course, time finishing should be absolutely on. Especially if you're using the finesse shot meta. They've not nerfed it. I don't think they've got any intention of nerfing it either. But with the finesse shot playstyle plus with the winter wildcards, winter avalanche should be very, very effective. Through pass semi, lob pass semi. I used to have this on manual, but I don't have any more because you can just do a precision lob pass. Ground pass still on assisted. Yes, for certain people, semi may be better, but to be honest, I don't even think there's a point with precision passes anymore. So assisted, I was using it when the game came out, and I said it was an advanced feature. I don't even think it's worth using now, to be honest. Cross assistance might be the only one that you could disagree with. I leave it on semi. If you cross the ball a lot and you like to score headers, this should be on semi because depending on how much power you apply, if you apply a little bit of power, the cross will go near post, middle, it will go to the middle. And if you do a lot of power, the shot will go far post. If you have this on assisted, the game basically aims where the ball's going to go. So the game will auto aim to someone inside the box in basic terms. But it's very good for driven passes. I don't cross the ball. I don't score headers. I'm not a rat. No, I'm joking. I just don't like scoring headers. Not part of my gameplay style. I'm sure you probably know that I've watched me for many, many years. I just don't like scoring headers. I just think it's a no skill and a low skill goal just to go down the wing and cross the ball. That's my opinion. Shouldn't reflect anyone else's, but that's just the way that I play. But if I was someone that was scoring headers, trust me, leaving us a semi would be very much important, but I don't score headers. I even pass on my corners, if for those you don't even remember. Look, pass assistance on assisted. Again, there is no reason to put this on anything else, especially not manual. Pass receiver lock is on late. I made a video explaining why this should be on late. More important than ever, this should be on late, especially now with how bad the gameplay is. Maybe there's an argument for animation start or even power up on certain use cases, but for everyone else, 99% of players, it should be on late. Precision pass sensitivity, I think this depends user to user. I'll be honest, it depends how good you are with your precision, with your aiming. I think for most of you, normal will be fine. I think I don't even like high. I think maybe for me it's too much. I think maybe I need to practice it more, but I think normal is more than fine. Clearance can be directional. Tactical defending. It's funny because I've been saying the same thing for years, and no one's listening, and then everyone starts saying I'm wrong, and everyone has a right to their opinion. And my opinion is you don't need to use it. You're not a pro player. And 99% of the time, AI will help you out. it kind of goes with precision shooting, except for precision shooting, there is a clear and obvious benefit. Okay, exponentially clear and obvious benefit for precision shooting. For tactical defending, I think there's only a few unique cases with like Bruiser, but realistically, the game basically decides when to use a normal tackle or a shoulder to shoulder, and the game does it very well. So unless you're an elite player, you don't need, even pros use tactical defending. This people don't understand. So unless you know exactly how to defend, this is an elite plus feature. Again, elite plus, not even elite, elite plus. I think you can really only take advantage of this if you really know how to defend. And even then, to be honest, I want to be honest with you, I literally noticed no difference because the game AI is strong in some areas, like defending. AI is very OP, and in terms of L1 switching, I think the game does a good job with not right stick switching, L1 switching. Those are two that I always say the game maybe has over heavy assistance on. L1 switching is different scenario, but I'm just talking about like when the I don't want to get into that whole thing, but anyway, tactical defending. I digress too much. I'm trying to make this video short, but tactical defending you should be using. If you're on the Elite Plus, then you could experiment using Advanced. Again, if you're someone saying to me again, oh, I'm in Division 4 nil, there's a benefit, you can write down your paragraph down below how it really helps you. But for 99% of players, leave this on tactical. Too many people are giving false information and literally flat out lying about this whole thing. As I said, for the past 2 years, if you're Elite Plus player, use Advanced Defending. I think it's worth trying. Even pros use tactical defending. I don't think there's a use case right now that's worth changing. Not right now. If you really want to learn something, go learn precision shooting, because trying to do two things at once is too much. Just learn precision shooting one thing at a time. I think this is not to be used right now. I think they should make this more manual, more beneficial in the future. Then I would advocate it. Pass boxes, leave on. People being some people say leave on off. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Seeing some people have asked you this question a lot. Leave on. It should always be on. The game will help you out. Why do you want the game to not help you out? Please tell me. Auto switching. I always recommend never leave this on auto ever. There should never be an automatic. There should only ever be. You can actually use any of these. You can use manual. I think for 99% on air balls and loose balls is fine. Manual would not recommend. Because you'll then have to switch yourself all the time. On air balls is good because the game will switch for you when the ball is in the air 6 feet or higher, and automatic the game just switches for you all the time. This is stupid because think about this: if you're running back with your CDM, and let's say for example you're back 4, and the game wants to switch, unless your opponent's here, and the game just randomly switches to your back 4, you could run out and make a mistake. So just leave this on air balls and loose balls if you're asking me. I think that's the best set to leave. Just do not leave it automatic. This should be on none if you're a veteran player. If you're new to the game, this should be on low. Never. So this is my rule, okay? High, never put it on high. Low for like 85% of players. I think you should be using none if you're Division 2 and above, because by that time you're not running out with your center backs, at least not intentionally running out. Of course, you might get even I might run out my center back. The best player in the game probably does it when you make a mistake here and there, but you actively know that you're not running out with your center backs, and maybe you actively know you made a mistake. This should be on none, because there's an advantage of because when you put this on low, the game in the auto switch, the game kind of orients your play a little bit. I want full manual control, so if I'm running this way and there's a through ball coming in behind and my opponent's running, I want to be able to change and run direction straight away. I don't want the game to stop me. So if you're ever wondering why sometimes you try to run in one direction, but the game is forcing you in another direction, especially in an auto switch in particular, this is the reason why. So you should be moving towards none. If you're new to the game, you should be on low or Division 2 and below, but I think at least a Division 2 and above, you should be on none. Right stick switching is classic. Right stick switching, ball relative is the best. Actually, with this one, don't touch this one. Right stick switching, ball relative, I think is the best. I've already explained it. Statistically speaking, it's the best for player switching. I think if you're a pro player, you should be using player relative. but you can still press with a high level on elite. I still do it. Why none of the pros use it? Because imagine if you be driving a car the same way your entire life, and someone tells you to change it. The best example I can give you with this is, right, if pros been playing for 10 plus years, why would they change? Even me, if it wasn't my job to teach this game, do you think I'll be using Brawl Relatives? Only because I experimented with myself and I realized for 99% of people, and I can tell you this, and this is, I've made a video on this already, it makes right stick switching much easier because it takes into account where the ball is placed. I'm not gonna go over this. I already made a video on this, but it makes it much easier for you to select your CDM and not select your center back. Player relative gives you more control. Right stick says switch sensitivity, leave this on 6. On default, you can always manually adjust if you want to. Player switching, leave it on classic, but there is a natural benefit of using closest to ball for pressing, but I think classic, the game makes the right choices. Turn this off. Don't even bother with this. It's not even worth it. Player lock should be on. And analog sprint, depending, I've got a video on this, but especially if you're part of the Patreon, make sure you watch the video on how to control the run and jockey speed with the analog sprint. But for most people, if you're using the R1 button as the run button, it has to be on off. Or it doesn't make a difference anyway. But the bad thing with leaving this on is sometimes people, they don't depress the R2 button or the run button, and they end up inadvertently defending with a slower run and jockey, because if you have this on, it's like a gas pedal in your car. Your R2 button's like a gas pedal, especially if you're on PS5. So the more power you apply, or sorry, the more you depress the R2 button, the faster you would run. Turn this off, you run 100% speed the entire time. I don't think you should leave this on. Maybe there was an argument back in the day for less stick dribbling, and even I experimented with that, but I don't think the argument is even worth it nowadays with control sprint. So leave this on off, because we'll be running at full speed the entire time. That's all the settings. These are the camera settings. I'm using co-op. This should be 0 zoom, by the way, not 20 zoom. 20 height, 0 zoom. And that is pretty much it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Graphics mode, I leave it. You should be put in favor of resolution. I leave it on enhanced visuals just because I'm recording cinematics for like my videos, but this should be on not on. This should be on favor resolution for better, smoother gameplay. Helps a few percentage. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you want to get better FC, come to my Patreon series. We also started a new series. We go over the timeless fundamentals. We just started today, actually, by the time this video has been uploaded. Going over the first 3 timeless fundamentals. And of course, all my other FC school videos, how tech in the final third, pressing, everything, advanced tools. If you don't get about after 1 month, we will find your mindset, no guys guarantee. Links down in the description. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.